You don't wait for a new job that's asking you for a recommendation to get a recommendation. So many people are gonna ask you like, why you need this recommendation? You looking for another job? And be like, no, I need it just in case I need another job. I need it for my performance review. I need it to remind myself on my worst days that I am amazing. Everybody ain't got the best relationships. So sometimes you got to go where you got to go. You just want them big wigs to talk amazing stuff about you. Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR. And one thing we're gonna talk about today is a little bit more LinkedIn. So I already did a video on telling you how to make your profile as amazing as you can so you can get the best opportunities in front of your face, right? And now I already told you what the hell LinkedIn is because I realized I don't think people know what the hell LinkedIn is. I don't think as many people on LinkedIn as I would like to see. So now I'm gonna tell you about different ways to optimize your profile. So we're gonna dab these videos in here and there. They're not gonna be a series. It won't be back to back. You're gonna learn how to do one amazing thing that's gonna help you not only on your LinkedIn profile, but also with your annual reviews and definitely when you're looking at new opportunities and even when you're looking at getting a promotion on a job. So with this video, I'm gonna tell you how to get other folks to give you not just recommendations, but public recommendation. You don't want these recommendations where they're telling you in the office, oh girl, you did your thing, you're amazing. I'm so happy you're on the team. No, you want them public ones where everybody can see it. Now, the first thing you gotta do is if you wanna receive some love, you got to give some love. So go to someone else's profile and leave them a recommendation. I highly suggest leaving recommendations for those that you previously had worked with or maybe a friend or anyone. Most times you don't even have to ask people like, hey, can you give me a recommendation back? First, LinkedIn has it built to request a recommendation and give them reminders when they don't give you a recommendation back. But also, when they see you already beef up their profile, they're gonna try to share the love if they're anybody half as decent as you, right? So I personally think that it's absolutely best to go give them a recommendation, ask them for a recommendation, and then let LinkedIn ask them for a recommendation, and you should be able to get a recommendation back. Very, very easy. Another thing that you can do is you can go into your profile in LinkedIn, and I will show you guys a bit about how to do this. So I'm gonna just share my screen so that you guys can see how I would go into LinkedIn and like request a recommendation. All right, so when we're in LinkedIn, we're looking at our profile. We see a bunch of different pencils. This is telling us that we can make edits in these areas. What you can also do is just go down to the end of your profile, right? So when you get down to the end of your profile, then you can just go here and hit plus. Now you can ask for a recommendation here or give a recommendation. And so I remember when my past coworker Upasana, she asked me for a recommendation and LinkedIn like gave me reminders to ask her for one. For Wendy, I literally asked her for a recommendation, but on top of that, I had given Wendy a recommendation as well. So as you can see so far, I have about 6 recommendations and I'm so grateful for them. Usually when people give you the time to give a recommendation, they're very, very thorough and detailed in them. And I absolutely appreciate that. So you can cut it on and off. Like if, you know, you have some bad blood with this person after they give you a recommendation, you can always just cut it off. You can't really make edits to their recommendation, but you can go in there and like ask them for a recommendation. So it makes it super duper easy to like get recommendations. And so I highly suggest that you go in there and do that. It really beefs up your credibility. You never know who, and like somebody who has a job opportunity that you're very interested in that's gonna really fit you could know one of your recommendations. So you never know who knows who. I always think just going out and asking for one is absolutely amazing. Another thing that you can do is you can go and reach out to your former or your past supervisor. You might be like, Tamika, I don't even fool up with her. Listen, think back. You can't tell me everybody you work for you don't like. Please think hard. You can do it. You can do it. Think through and get somebody that you trust, you respect, you appreciate to give you a recommendation. Personally, I always tell y'all this anyhow. Well, I tell my clients this. I probably don't tell you guys this as often. I try to save some juice for my clients, right? I save a lot of juice for my clients. But what I really think is amazing is that you don't wait for a new job that's asking you for a recommendation to get a recommendation. When you're building a really good relationship with somebody, when you're working really hard with that person, when they can't stop talking about you, they're like, oh my God, Tamika's amazing.
Tamika really helped me with this.
Tamika really did a good job with that.
They get out there and they're like, oh, we would have never gotten it done without Tamika. Child, that's your time to swoop on in that office when everything kind of calmed down and ask them for a recommendation. I'm blessed to say, on top of the 6 that I have on LinkedIn, because none of the people that I actually have written recommendations for written me any on LinkedIn, right? I didn't ask for them. But on top of that, I have like 8 to 10 other recommendations. So I almost have 20 different recommendations that I can use at any time. I've collected those before I even started my HR career and definitely continuing on. Amazing people who are really looking to help you out. They won't even put a date on it, child, so you can use it for eternity. So many people say, write it and send it to me. I'll proofread it and I'll give it back to you. I'll put it on letterhead, I'll sign it, whatever. So many people are so excited for you that they'll just talk for days about you. So you want to collect those when you're doing really well before you're looking for another opportunity. People are going to ask you like, why you need this recommendation? You looking for another job? And be like, no, I need it just in case I need another job. I need it for my performance review. I need it to remind myself on my worst days that I am amazing. So definitely ask your past supervisors or your past leaders. I've gotten recommendations from people who I didn't report to them, but they were either on the same level as the person that I reported to or they were higher. Everybody ain't got the best relationships, so sometimes you got to go where you got to go. You just want them big wigs to talk amazing stuff about you. You can always use this in your performance reviews, right? When you get these recommendations from your current supervisor, you get time to do performance review. Shit, throw that right on back in their face and be like, you remember, just 2 months ago, you told me I was flawless. So you definitely want to use that at that opportunity. Another opportunity that you can use it is you can use it for a promotion into a role. If your leader says, well, I have to get approval from this such and such place, you can say, well, would you mind presenting these letters of recommendations as well? A lot of times that'll help because I've gotten recommendations from brokers that we work with, brokers that find out health and benefits insurance. I've got recommendations from account managers, like that person I may count on all the time at Blue Cross Blue Shield, at Mass Mutual, whatever. I've gotten recommendations from being an intern when I'm working with folks. I've gotten recommendations from other managers who I've helped with their professional development to work with their team. So you can share those during your promotion time or during annual reviews to say, hey, you're not the only one that thinks I'm amazing, or forget it. You won't think I'm amazing, but these people think I am. Don't ever send your original. You always want to make sure that you're sending a copy. Don't get them people your original, child. No, ma'am, not at all. Scan it and send it to them. Now, another place that you can get it, and I just kind of said it already, is you can get it from mentors. So any of my clients that I'm already connected with, I do a LinkedIn profile review for them. I have no problem endorsing them for skills. And if you ask me for a recommendation, I'll take the time to write a recommendation. I only write it after I've already had the client call with you. I feel more comfortable to do it when we've done more than one client call, when we've got on a video call together and like literally did some mentoring, like I mentor you instead of just doing like the resume review or you just signing up. I have no problem. If any of my clients are watching this and I have not done a LinkedIn recommendation for you, send me a request. Lord, y'all gonna flood me. But I'm ready, child, because I'm out here trying to help folks in the streets. But you can definitely get it from your mentors as well. So if you have someone, and y'all, don't think for a second that a mentor is someone that you gotta talk to every month. There's somebody you meet with on a regular, somebody to help you create your career path and all this stuff. No, it could just be somebody that gives you insight on your career and you really look at them as a mentor. So reach out to them and say, hey, can you do a LinkedIn recommendation for me? Connect with them on LinkedIn and send it straight, or you can send them your link to your LinkedIn profile so that they can leave it there. And again, you can always use this whenever you're applying to a job, whenever you're trying to get a promotion. It's always amazing. So you may have or may think about attending SHRM meetings or SHRM conferences. In the past, I've attended our state conference several times. I've attended the national conference. I attend monthly SHRM meetings with my local SHRM group. And I tell you no lie, I've gotten recommendations from there too. So people get to know you. They get to see you on a regular basis. They want to champion for your career. One thing I like about LinkedIn is that you can even let them just scan it, like how you would scan the Cash App QR code. You can scan the QR code for your LinkedIn profile and you can connect in that way as well. So definitely do that. Anytime you do networking events, I used to do a lot of local law firms. Connect with them and on LinkedIn so you can easily get that recommendation. You don't have to like look for them, find them, get a business card, call them, text them. You don't have to do all that. So many times I had to go to tons of trainings, right? And I really hated working. I say this all the time and then y'all ask me for stuff, but I'm gonna just put the links to this in the description box. My government experience, when I worked in HR, working in government. Working there, I used to be so annoyed because we had to do the same trainings over and over every year. What was annoying because it was the same trainings and literally the exact same material, the exact same presenter, the exact same, everything. But what I liked was that obviously it gave me an opportunity to get out of the office, but it gave me an opportunity to also meet with other people, other HR professionals who working on the same thing I know. And so I learned so many people there. I even connect with them on various social media platforms. I still talk to these people till today. And I absolutely love those trainings. So if you go on trainings on a regular and it's external trainings, like not ones just in your office, and you see your training bestie that you see every time you go to the training, connect with them on LinkedIn and ask for a LinkedIn recommendation. That's another way to get them, guys. They see you in there trying to learn. You stay showing up, you're on time, you stay the whole time, you're asking questions, you're involved, you're sitting in the front, all that good stuff. They can absolutely just talk about that on your LinkedIn profile. So I just gave you multiple ways to get a LinkedIn recommendation. I not only told you to give LinkedIn recommendations to others and how to do that, but I also told you to get them from your current and past supervisors, and I told you how to do that. And then I also told you how to get them in any type of networking event, mentorships, or folks that you may consider colleagues. So if y'all don't know me, it's cool. I want to introduce myself. I am Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR, and I've been working in HR for the last 11 years. I've started as an HR assistant, worked myself up to HR director, and now I'm happily sitting as a global HR business partner for a tech company. I am certified as the SHRM SCP certification, and I eat and breathe HR. If you are like me, you want to be like me, you're like Tamika, I want them letters behind my name, child. I want to work in those positions too. Then definitely do me a favor and hit subscribe, because I have more amazing information that's coming out your way. If you are returning, so happy to have you back. Can't wait to see you on the next video.